Amanda.
And I'm Beth.
We're here from dancesupplies.com. Today we're going to speak a little bit about pointe shoe accessories. We have so many different things to help make your pointe journey more fun.
Very true.
So the first thing I think we should start with is toe pads. Toe pads, most people use them just for comfort in your shoes. Everyone knows that pointe dancing is an arduous thing to do. And so this is just a little bit of help. We have gel toe pads. People like these because you can just pop them in the washing machine and then reuse them. Some people don't like the seam.
Yes,
So we have other kinds. This one has gel and fabric on the other side. So that's another option.
Kind of like a little sock.
Yeah. The silicone pads are another great option for protection. This one doesn't get quite as stinky maybe as the fabric.
Correct. Lamb's wool is a great option. There's also loose lamb's wool that you can use. You can put it in the pressure points where it's needed. Only thing is it does break down a little bit faster, so you're going to go through these a little bit quicker, but it's a wonderful option at the same time.
Yeah, it's some people like that better because they feel like they could feel the floor more than with some of the
And they
thicker,
might only need a
bulkier
little
pads.
bit. So they just put a little bit of lamb's wool in the spots that are needed rather than have a whole toe pad.
And this is another nice option, a moleskin pad, because again, that's a little thinner and kind of gives you more feel of the floor. And in your toe pads, some people like to use spacers. Spacers are used to fill in gaps in your toes so that you have more support and stability.
Less pressure for a bunion area.
Yeah.
It keeps that toe in the right angle. There's different size options too. So sometimes people need it in other toes just to help with overlapping and things like that.
And then we also have lots of different options for protective caps. If just say one of your toes is bothering you or one of your toes isn't quite reaching down to the floor as much as the others, or too much pressure, then you can use these for a variety of reasons also. We have lots of other protective tapes and things that you can use.
Yes, there's some that has extra padding in it. There's some that doesn't really have padding, but it's still stretchy. We have these little dancer dots that you can put just in special spots.
Most blisters in your pointe shoes are caused by friction, so your foot rubbing in there. So these are just good to protect like hot spots. If you have a spot like a little bumpy area on your toe that seems to constantly be bothering you, then a great option is just to put a little bit of tape on it, and that'll reduce the friction, and usually that won't bother you at all anymore. And this moleskin is another good. It's a little sturdier than the tape, but it does the same thing. It just protects and takes away some of the friction. And I mean, I personally like to put this like over the dancer dot to hold the dancer dot in place if you do happen to have like an open blister or something more.
This might help keep the sweat down.
Yeah. We also have lots of different sewing kits.
Many of them are waxed, so there's a few different waxed options.
So that just makes for a little bit stronger thread.
Some of them are going to come with scissors inside of the kits. Some of them have a little tear section so you can pull the thread out and rip it and you wouldn't need scissors. They all mostly have 2 needles, I believe, in there.
Yes, I think so too. And every brand has one and they all match their pointe shoes exactly.
Yes, there's a ribbon in some of them.
Yeah, some of them have ribbons, but most of them just have the threads and the needles, and they do match exactly if you're looking for that perfect color of pink. That will be perfect. We also sell a darning kit. The darning kit has the darning kit has sturdier embroidery thread so that you can sew around the tip of your pointe shoe, and that is usually used to make a larger platform to make your balancing better, and it also protects the satin around the tip of your pointe shoe.
Ensure if you do darn your shoes that you place them upright when you're done to make sure that it's a nice flat
surface from your sewing, that your sewing is even. We also have things to modify your pointe shoe itself. We have like sock liners. Sometimes if you're a half width too big in your shoe, you can insert this liner, and then that will just take up that little bit of room, and like we said, it will reduce the friction because your foot won't be sliding in there, and then that will, help everything. We also have pointe paints, so you can use this to change the color of your shoes.
You can pancake your shoes with them.
Yeah, and we have like red and black and skin tones.
Yes, there's skin tones. It's got a little pad so you just go through and you go over the shoes. Usually 1 bottle is enough for 1 pair of shoes, but if you're going to be doing your ribbons and elastic, you might want to get 2 just to be safe.
We have a different variety of rosins to keep you from slipping on the floor. We have our spray rosin, and we also have kinds of rock rosin that can be used. And we have a large variety of training aids.
Yes, large.
This
variety.
is just a small sampling of some of the ones we have.
We have our arch stretcher, so you can place your foot in there, and you can work with the stretching of your arch. We have our flexible.
We have massage balls. We have a lot of different kinds of these too, and people like to use these to open up the transverse arch before they do their point work. So that's a good thing for that. We have flexibility bands for
all different
strengthening.
levels of them.
Yeah, different weights of bands for strengthening your feet or stretching and all kinds of things. We also have foot rollers. Again, roll out your poor point feet. This is our flexibility loop. It's one of our favorite products, so you can use it for strengthening and stretching. We have tons of products in stock, thousands and thousands of point shoes. So please visit dancesupplies.com for all of your point shoe needs. All of our staff are very knowledgeable dancers, former dancers, or teachers. So we feel that we really have a lot of knowledge that we can help you.
We offer free shipping in the U.S. for orders over $100. Our returns and exchanges are quite simple when you visit the website.
Thank you so much for watching, and we hope that this has been informative.
Have
Thank
a great
you.
day.